it was a little bit hectic there, and a lot of hassle with transferring. So didn't even have enough time to videotape. I was in one line for like 45 minutes, and then I get to the front and they're like, oh, you gotta go to another line. So I went to another line, and then the security told me, you're in the wrong line, you gotta go to that line. Finally, it took me 4 lines to go through. Finally, got everything all straightened out. And then when I was going through the security check, I actually asked one of the security people, said, my boarding time just started right now. So they moved me to the front of the line, and that made things much, much faster. And I got through. So here I am, I'm sitting, and I actually got one of the best seats. Let's turn the camera on to show you. So here it is, believe it or not, I got the leg room right here. So yeah, so the normal seat like this, and leg room. So it's going to be nice to have a little bit of leg room. This flight is not that long, it's only 3.5 hours, but still, like they say, itoy, you know, why not? 3.5 hours of stretching out my legs. And then we'll land in Beijing. Oh, and I have my own TV, so it is this one right down here. So I can just swing it up and turn it and have my own TV. All right, settle in and let's go.
安全，请您就坐好系安全带，祝您旅途愉快，谢谢。Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain. Welcome on board China Southern Airlines to fly from Guangzhou. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. For your safety, please fasten your seatbelt after you sit it. Enjoy your flight. Thank you.
There you go. 2.5 hours. Just hop, skip, and a jump. Oh, and here's a cool thing. Everybody on flight gets a little gift. So I got some lichen juice and some sort of cookies of some kind. There it is. Air Canada doesn't do that, but China Southern does, and that's a domestic flight.
15运的旅客朋友们，那接下来就到我们的第4个问题了。我们第4个问题稍微有一点点小困难，是我们的广东省承办过哪一届的15运会？
曾经举办在1987年。曾经举办在1987年。
对，是1987年。我们一起先有请我们这位非常专业的旅客来跟我们一起来合一个影。然后我们精彩的时光总是非常短暂，但15运的热情将持续燃烧。最后，我们也想邀请我们这边的旅客朋友们。
Here we are in Beijing, and I got this seat right here, 52K. So if you're on an Airbus A350, you're gonna get some really nice legroom. Check this out. Stretch right out. Yeah. 52K. So there's the normal type of coach. And then you can get kind of a mini upgrade. So you could stretch right out. So I have another layover here, and it's about 10 hours. So I'm going to be wandering around the airport. That's fine. And then the next leg of the journey is going to be onto Vladivostok and then onto Abarovsk. It should arrive tomorrow. Right now it is 11 o'clock in the morning. Saturday, I believe. Yeah, and I'll arrive Sunday. And so it didn't take too long. Here's the carousel, and I got my one luggage right here. That's it. Now what I gotta do is I gotta walk outside and then walk back into the entrance, which is one floor above. And then I'm gonna spend, I think, 10 hours or something out here, inside here, until my baggage claim, not baggage claim, but a baggage acceptance open up, so I can actually put this through. So I'm going to be just kind of wandering around the hallways, checking things out until my ticket booth opens up, and I'll be able to put this luggage across and onto the airplane. Then I'll be able to do the walking over with the customs and the security and all that. Oh well, I guess let's go outside. Let's see the taxis. So I've been wandering around the airport here in Beijing. It's actually Daxing Airport. There are two major airports here, and it is somewhat busy. So there are people checking in, and there are 4 floors. I'm on the top floor right now, and this is the arrivals. So I still haven't really wandered around to the 3 floors that are below. I did when I walked in the first time, but now I still got another like 6 hours to go. So I figure I'm gonna go down each level and walk around and maybe find myself some good food to eat. So yeah, I got time to kill. I had to charge up my phone because my phone was down in the battery. I tried using the internet and the Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi here is not that good for my computer. So that didn't work, but that killed 2 hours, so that was fine. And like I say, I'm just trying to waste as much time without being really bored. So time to go find a nice restaurant, or I don't know, see what they have to offer. Well, I figure since you're in China and you're in Beijing, you know, what are you gonna eat? Well, got myself some Chinese food. Let's turn the camera around and show you what I'm eating. All right, so this is called a beef pot, and this cost me 29 yuan, which is about $5, $6. I don't know, I thought it was pretty good value. So we're gonna dig in. Actually, one of the reasons why I chose this restaurant is because there is nobody in here. A few people, so I figured if there's not that many people in here, I'll get my food faster. So yeah, check it out. There is nobody. All right, start eating. So after having a few bites of this, it actually tastes really good. And what does it taste like? Well, if you've ever eaten Korean bulgogi, this is basically it. It's like a sweet tasting thin slices of beef with glass noodles. That's it. I think it's pretty good value, especially if you're in an airport. All right, let's keep eating. All right, so after spending over 10 hours walking around on the other side of the airport, managed to make it through customs. Everything is fine, and here I am. Check this out. This looks like something from very futuristic. Check it out. That's pretty cool. All right, gotta go find my gate now, and boarding time is in about 90 minutes. All right, so hopefully smooth sailing to Vladivostok, and then we'll transfer over and on to Khabarovsk. All right, it's a long journey, but gotta get her done. Almost there. So look at this. There's nobody here. It's what you get when you board after midnight, or when your plane leaves at 2 in the morning. There's nobody in the airport. So yeah, red-eye flight. My eyes are red. Staying up all this time, few hours of sleep. But there's nobody at the airport. You could echo. You could almost hear it. All right, I gotta walk. I don't know how far, but E96, and I'm at E37 right now. So hopefully, oh my God, it goes way down there. Hopefully that's the end. Oh no, it starts at E80. Well, that's good, because over here it's E37 right behind me, and then it jumps up 50 spots to E80. Okay, so I only have to move up 16. All right.